Before you read this story, do one thing. Look up once and glance around. The walls, the doors, the windows, everything is normal. Right. Now imagine this happening to you. Because sometimes, a story doesn't end when you finish reading. It begins after. When I first entered that house, nothing seemed unusual. From the outside, it looked like any ordinary house. The walls painted uniformly, a familiar veranda, window grills. But the moment I stepped inside, a strange pressure gripped my chest. It felt as if the air in the room wasn't circulating properly, like someone was holding its breath. They say the house has been this way ever since the religious scholar left. During the day, everything seems normal. The man smiles, talks praise, but as soon as evening falls, an invisible change takes over. He doesn't look anyone in the eye. If eyes meet, it feels like something will awaken, so he averts his gaze. Every night before sleeping, he asks the same questions. Is the light on? Is the door closed? Are the mirrors covered? At first, I thought he was afraid, but after a few days, I realized fear here isn't the reason. It's the key. One night, sleep was shattered by the scream of a little girl. It wasn't a scream from an ordinary nightmare. This was a scream that felt like it wasn't calling someone awake, but calling someone to save. The girl was trembling, her lips barely moving. She only said, "Someone was standing in the mirror." They didn't close their eyes. At that time, all the mirrors were covered. Nothing could be seen. Yet the girl insisted she hadn't seen them from the front. She had seen them from behind, standing inside the mirror. After that night, the mirrors were no longer left exposed. Each one was covered with thick cloth, yet almost every morning you could see, one way or another, a cloth had shifted. No one had opened it. It was as if someone inside pushed it. I first truly felt fear one night when I went to get water. Walking past a mirror, I suddenly felt someone standing behind me. I couldn't turn around, because I had realized by then, looking is the greatest mistake here. The moment I touched the mirror's glass, my body shivered. The glass wasn't cold. I was sweating, and from inside the glass, the sound of breathing was clearly audible. That very night, the man woke up in his sleep, eyes open, gaze fixed, a smile on his face, one that no human smile could mimic. Calling him drew no response. Suddenly, a heavy voice came from his mouth, broken, deep, not human. It said, "Cover it, and what will happen? The mirror is not just glass." No one in the room could speak. When someone began, softly saying Allah's name, the voice said again, "The eyes are the door. The mirror only shows who's inside. Who's outside?" Pointing to his own eyes, he slowly added, "Even if they're afraid, they look. That's why I am still here." Tears flowed from his eyes, but it wasn't crying. Water ran down silently, as if the eyes no longer belonged to him. The next day, we contacted the religious scholar again. He couldn't come. He only said, "Mirrors cannot be covered with cloth. If possible, remove them from the room. And remember, do not look in fear." I asked, "Why aren't you coming?" After a long silence, he said, "The door has been left open. If I come, no one will be able to leave." That very night, the electricity went out. The entire house plunged into darkness. Candles were lit. That's when we saw the mirror that was supposed to be outside had someone standing in front of it. Yet we were certain it had been covered. He looked at it and calmly said, "Now you're outside, I'm inside." And then the cloth on the mirror fell by itself. I swear there were two faces in the mirror, one his own, the other someone whose eyes never closed. He collapsed to the floor, eyes shut. Silence. The next day he sat up. Normal. So normal that it felt even more terrifying. Because now, standing before the mirrors, he no longer looked with his own eyes. He looked through the reflection. After evening, all the mirrors in the house filled with mist at once. No wind outside. From inside the glass came the sound of breathing. He calmly said, "They are counting. Who looked how many times? Who got scared how many times?" That same night, the oldest person in the house died. No sound, no struggle, just eyes open, unable to close. And at that very moment, all the mirrors were clear. On the last night, all mirrors were gathered in one place, covered with cloth. The man sat in the middle. Suddenly, he removed the covers himself. In one, someone was standing. In another, someone was sitting. In another, just eyes, empty eyes. He said, "The inside is full. Now it's time to go outside." A scream came, but it wasn't his. It came from inside the mirror. Even today, when I walk past a mirror, I hold my breath. Because now I know, not all doors are in walls. Some doors are in eyes. And in the dead of night, a calm voice whispers, "Keep your eyes closed. We are watching." If your chest skipped a beat reading this story, or if tonight standing before a mirror feels unsettling, comment below. Because some stories don't end. Some stories stay with you.